So they cut the video off. But I said Austin knew that I did not have family. And he kept doing it. He kept abusing me and getting worse with the abuse. He kept getting worse with how he was abusing me. And this is me talking about the evidence and my family knowing the evidence. And it'll be part 1, part 2, or part 3, whatever. But Chuck had called the Conroe police, had asked me, was he abusing me? And they told me, if you don't tell us the truth, we're going to have to take you to jail. And I knew that the way they came up on me, they wanted to arrest me anyway for being black and just a few years older than him. And then take me to jail for Austin abusing me. And so this time I told on them. And I said, because I had to pull a knife on them. Well, not a knife, but them little pocket blades, I had to pull it out on them. And Chuck called the police reporting Austin, not me. But the Mexicans that seen me pull the blade while he was trying to run up on me, I was like, they probably told the police I pulled the blade and didn't tell them that Austin was running up on me outside, because y'all know the Mexicans be messy. They do, especially the ones that wanted to date me, and I didn't want to give them a chance, and they was jealous of me and Austin. And people want to see bad things happen to me now because they jealous of my babies with Austin. The black men and Hispanics and other men that would have wanted to get me pregnant, but they treated me like shit until they seen me having babies with Austin. Then all of a sudden, they was jealous. And I didn't want to have babies with them while he was in prison. And they was all trying to get me pregnant while he was in prison. And I wouldn't do it. And then I got pregnant by him when I got out. And they trying to lie about it and kill the baby. But back to the 911 call. So the police didn't take me to jail because they was like, well, we got a call Chuck reporting Austin hurting you. And we need you to tell us what happened or we'll have to take both of y'all to jail. And I told him the truth. I told him exactly what Chuck said. He was hurting me in our apartment. And then so they took him to jail, and Cynthia got mad. Cynthia O'Vera got very mad, and they got a black man coming all up over here. But in this area, I just want to show y'all the distractions that they doing. So Cynthia got mad when Austin went to jail for assault family violence because both of our names was on the lease at 230 Avenue G in Conroe, Texas. So being that it was both of our house and we was boyfriend and girlfriend, they charged him with assault family violence December 20th, 2015, the day before my birthday, and I was working at Nee's Chinese Buffet in Conroe, Texas, and I had to quit my job because I was so distraught that they had took my man to jail. And he's not my man no more, but at the time he was not my baby daddy, he was just my man, and he was a grown man. He was not no child, he was grown. So they had took my man to jail. And so he was my man at the time. He ain't shit to me now, but I'm telling you at the time what he was to me. He was my man at the time. And so I was distraught about that, and I didn't go to work the next day, quit my job, and Austin was in there for 45 days in the Montgomery County Jail. So from December 20th, he got out February 4th. So month of January, February 4th, a couple of days. So about 45 days because I was counting them. And he was calling me from the Montgomery County Jail and saying that he was sorry. And Maria was kind of concerned. She was a white woman manager who basically had the property, or was the property manager for Pecan Grove Apartments at 230 Avenue G. She was concerned about me, she said. She was like, Andrea, Austin, she was warning him because of his record. She did a background check on us, and he already had a drug charge and a theft charge, and I didn't have no criminal record. And he had tattoos everywhere. He was a skinhead, and he was a troublemaker, and you could look at him and tell. So I would be the one to kind of keep him out of trouble and keep him grounded, and Cynthia liked for us to be together, she claimed, because I was good for him. I didn't call him crackhead, treat him like shit, fight with him. I was a nice person. And so Maria had said to him, if you come in here making any kind of trouble, we're going to have problems. So when he started abusing me, Maria reached out to me and was like, Andrea, if you need help, I can help you, because he's abusive, and it just don't seem like a good situation. But I wasn't hearing Maria because I'm like, Maria, you just saying that because I'm black. And she was kind of being messy too. But and I'll tell y'all about some messy shit that she did to try to get back at me for not listening to her right away. Sometimes you gotta let a person learn on their own and just be there to help you when they need you. And when I finally realized what he was and I needed her, she tried to turn on me. But anyway, let me go back again. So he went to the Montgomery County Jail, and I had got another job at Taco Bell on Fraser by the school in Conroe, Texas. And then they moved me to the location on North Fraser Street, and I was working as a cashier. And I got a call that Austin was about to be released February 4th, 2016. So I actually got pregnant with Melbourne that very same night, because when Austin got out the prison, got out of the Montgomery County Jail, he wanted to have sex. But while he was in the Montgomery County Jail, Austin, they claim, I don't know if it's true or if they lied, because seeing how much these people hate black people, seeing them being in a racist gang, I feel like that maybe he really didn't hit a guard in the jail, and that they just changed the charge because I didn't want to press charges on him. So it seemed like they were just trying to break us up. And he they wanted me to press charges on him for the assault family violence charge, but Cynthia was telling me that Austin had some mental disorders and was supposed to be taking medication for bipolar disorder. And she said he had like ADD or ADHD or something like that. And she was like, oh, if he's on his medication, he don't act like that. And I was like, well, I don't want to be no crazy man in my mind. She was like, no, he had it since he was a little boy, and sometimes he just get off and he needs to take the medicine. And Austin was saying the same thing. And then so he got in trouble where they said he assaulted a guard inside of the Montgomery County Jail in Conroe, Texas, where he was on the assault family violence charge for me. And I said that I didn't want to press charges on him because he said he would never hurt me again. And we had just got together, so I'm thinking, okay, me and my man or me and my boyfriend had a fight one time, and we lived together. We got a whole apartment together. I'll take him back. I'm not going to press charges on him for that one little fight. And so there had been calls where he had been shoving on me and stuff like that, but it started getting worse because now he was punching me in my head. And so I'm thinking, okay, it was just one time, I'm not going to press charges on him. And so Cynthia and me had got close a little bit while he was in the jail, in the Montgomery County Jail, on that charge. And then he caught a charge. They let him out of the jail on a 2-year felony probation for assault on a public servant. So this is how they switching it up. He got arrested for punching me in the head, but he came out of jail on probation for assaulting a public servant. Not his baby, not me, because I hadn't got pregnant by him yet. So I don't know if this is true or if they lied about it to try to already set me up to be murdered. And I think that they lied about it to set me up to be murdered off rip. I don't think he really was assaulting no guard, but they claim that this is the story they told me, that he was in the room and the guards came in and they started trying to hit him and beat him up in the cell, and he accidentally fell down and kicked one of the guards, and they charged him with assault on a public servant. That's what he claimed. So if I would have pressed charges on him, then he wouldn't have been on a probation. So they should have, even though I did not press charges, please don't bother me. Cause I know you the man who brought me to your house the last time and had me stranded walking from your house and laughed on you. Please go away from me. Please. I'm asking you, please just don't talk to me. I don't want to talk. I'm busy. I left your house and walked from your home. I do not want to talk. Please go, please. Please leave me alone. See, this is what they doing because they trying to set me up for him. Please. And he tried to rape me at his house. XGN 875 or something like that. Yeah, get your ass on if I get that goddamn license plate number. So whatever information this is very important because they trying to stop me from telling them they got my phone tapped because Donald Trump is involved. He knows about the shooting and they was trying to cover up the evidence about him abusing me. So they got high-tech shit going on with my phone right now. But anyway, so they watching my every move. So anyway, and I shot a gun. So of course they got all Homeland Security, everybody on me. So anyway, Austin was abusing me, and if I would have pressed charges on him, but even if I decided not to press charges on him, they still should have put him on probation for assaulting me. But they changed the charge while he was in the jail. And now that I know how racist everybody is in the country and how all these black people are trying to set me up to be murdered for protecting myself from him, I know that they probably changed the charge and set me up to be murdered off rip just because I got a white man arrested for abusing me. That's how racist they are. And Cynthia and Austin was already in the racist gang, and I didn't know nothing about it because you're not supposed to tell. So Cynthia been in this gang for years, and her husband. And I got her son arrested, who is white, for abusing me. Next thing you know, he come out of the jail on an assault charge for a public servant, not for assaulting me. And I said I didn't want to press charges. And this girl named Andrea, she is a lawyer. This woman named Andrea, she a Kalowski, was trying to get me to press charges on him. He was her lawyer too, but she wanted to know if I wanted to press charges, and she looked disappointed when I said that I wouldn't do it. And now I see why she looked like that, because look at what the fuck they doing to me now because I didn't press charges on his ass when he first goddamn did it. But I would not have my little boy, Melbourne. And I wouldn't be pregnant with my child right now if I would have pressed charges on him because I loved him. So he got out February 4th, 2016, and I'm glad I didn't press charges on him because I got my beautiful baby boy that they better give back to me alive. And I'm pregnant with this beautiful baby right now that I'm pregnant with, our love child. And I might not be in love with him, but I love my children. So I don't regret not pressing charges on him the first goddamn time. But there are other times that I do regret not pressing charges on him. And that's when I gave birth to Melbourne. I should have pressed charges on him. And I'm pregnant again by him. But I should have pressed charges on him after I gave birth to my son. They didn't really allow me to. They didn't allow me to. So I'll tell you what happened with that. So he got me pregnant February 4th when he got out because he was having sex with me. It was fine. And then I fell asleep. And I was tired. And he was like, I'm not done yet. I want to keep having sex with you over and over again. And I was asleep. So he kept having sex with me while I was asleep. And, he got me pregnant. I ended up conceiving that very same night. I gave birth to Melbourne October 28, 2016, but there was a lot of abuse throughout my pregnancy. And he was in jail a lot, pretty much the entire time. So he got the Class C rape charge. He was on 2-year felony probation because they claimed he assaulted a guard in the Montgomery County Jail when he got arrested for assaulting me in my home. And the black man back there trying to make all this noise, and this is bullshit. And so anyway, all for white people. All because they worship white people. And then you want to stop me from telling about a man abusing me and me being pregnant because y'all want to worship white people. Y'all going to hell. Y'all are growing. So let me finish what I was saying. So my baby daddy got out of the jail and got charged with Class C rape. Between the months of February 4th when he was released 2016 and the month of March, the end of March 2016. So that was only like 30 days. That was only, they got them over here intimidating me, blackmail over here trying to be loud. They're trying to intimidate me while I'm telling this evidence. So that let me know that it's somebody out there that's going to help us like God showed me. And they're not going to get away with this bullshit. And I'm about to get his license plate number if he don't leave me alone. If he don't go. RLJ 947 Lexus Jeep. The fuck out of here while I tell my case. And they got this drunk ass black man acting like he finna come over here and he need to stay his ass over there. Stay over there. Ain't no nothing.
So,
Ain't no nothing. Y'all see I was over here making my videos by myself, and they got them over here bothering me. And when anybody come and help me, I want y'all to get these nasty ass black men that did this to me for this nasty ass little white boy. And he a grown man. He a grown man. He a grown man. Austin is a grown man. And he gonna take them charges like a grown man. And you not gonna hide behind none of these black men that I wouldn't give a time of motherfucking day. I wouldn't give none of these black men a time of day. I wouldn't dare have a baby by none of their ass. So they jealous. So anyway, back to what I was finna say. So Austin got charged with the rape charge between the months of February 4th when he was released on assault family violence charge. And I'm going to tell y'all how he got the rape charge. I did not call the police on him that time either. So him and Cynthia mad at me for telling the truth that he was hitting me in the house. And somebody else called the police. And so now with the rape charge, he was acting a fool, doing all kind of stuff, around the property. And I just was tired. I was just tired. He was drinking. He was getting drunk. He was trying to be abusive. He was lying. He was stealing. He was getting hit by cars. He was going to get meth, heroin, all kind of bullshit. And I was working at Taco Bell, and I was tired. So he wanted to have sex, and I was tired, and I said I didn't want to have sex right then. And he was messing up a lot of stuff in our life. And so when I said no, he got on top of me, and I know we dealt with this before. Somebody called the police on him for attacking me, and when I said no when we first got together at the Econo Lodge, and the Conroe police responded to that, but they didn't charge him with anything. And so this time he got on top of me and started making me scream to ask him to stop because I said no. I was tired. I didn't want to do it right then. And I put my recorder on because Austin had been abusing me a lot, frequently around that time. And then he was trying to lie to Cynthia about it. He was telling Cynthia that he was not abusing me and that's not what really happened. And so I recorded it, and he went in the kitchen and started pulling out butter knives and threatening to cut